Another one.
What's my favorite word?
Another one.
What's my favorite word?
Another one. Another one.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah. I go on and on.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who this be, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Love Island Season 8, Episode 26. And let's get right into this. This is the week 4, recap review. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so today's episode, we were coming after a vote, of the most compatible couple. Obviously, Dami and India were safe. Gemma and Luca were safe. Davide and Ekin were safe. And Paige and Jocks were safe. So that was leaving Antigone and Charlie, Tasha and Andrew, and Danica and Jay at the bottom 3. And the Islanders had, to choose one guy and one girl to send home. So obviously they sent Charlie home because he really wasn't giving. And then the boys end up sending Antigone home. So some of the girls were, especially Paige, were very pressed that the guys sent Antigone home instead of Danica home. Because they thought Danica was gonna go for sure because, when Danica picked Luca, they was like, oh, she hit and missed. When she picked Jay, she hit and missed again. And then obviously they were like, oh, why did she pick Jay? Blah, blah, blah. Antigone was on her. Ekin was on her. All of them were like, oh, why do you do this? Why do you do that? So if it really wasn't for Luca and Dami really pulling for Danica to stay in the villa, she would have been sent home because obviously Jocks didn't even want her there at all. And obviously Paige was upset that Antigone was gone, and they were like, why? Anyway, so yeah, the guys ended up saving Danica because, she puts herself out there. She's trying to find, a love interest, a love in the villa, because they're like, this is not Friend Island, this is Love Island. So obviously they know what show they came on. So, yeah, they end up saving Nika. They were just like, oh, I miss Antigone, blah, blah, blah. So next the next part of the episode was just basically Davide and Ekin basically getting back together, cozying up to each other. Davide, he basically had a wall up because, after what Ekin did, he just basically yeah, I'm never going to be back with her again. But obviously them pairing up again, being a couple in the villa. And then after the vote of being one of the most compatible couples in that villa, he kind of basically warmed up to the idea of being with Ekin again. So they're kind of back together. So you just see Ekin basically, very happy, being back with Davide, and then making pancakes for Davide making coffee for Ekin basically just showing this divorced couple now coming back into being together. And it's kind of funny that a divorced couple, Davide and Ekin are more compatible than Tasha and Andrew. And, Tasha's like, oh, why? I wanted to be blah, blah, blah. But I'm just it really sucks for Andrew because it's really just on Tasha's part. Nobody has a problem with Andrew in the villa. It's really the problems on Tasha, but because they're a, package deal, Andrew's gonna have to suffer too with Tasha. Because the thing is, if anybody wanted to give anybody a chance, they would have just sent Tasha and Andrew home. But it just shows that the guys were very unbiased with saving Danica because, they all admitted to they get along more with Antigone more than Danica, and then, you know, they still end up saving you. So it just ended up showing an unbiased, you know, type of decision making that they did. So yeah, back on it. We're into the Davide and Ekin basically. And then the last 15 minutes of the show, you know, the girls and the guys were getting ready for their night out in the villa. Next thing you know, there was a conversation between Gemma and India. So they were like, oh, if a guy comes in and they're like, oh, I want to talk to India, like, how would you react to it? And India was like, you know, I'm still getting to know Demi, so I'm like, she wouldn't really, you know, she's not going to be impressed by it, so she's still getting to know Demi, so why would she want to get to know a new guy? And then Gemma was like the same thing, like, you know, she's still going to be with, you know, looking at Luca. So then next thing you know, after they got ready, India got a text that says, you know, there's a girls' night out, they leave the villa. So then after that, the girls were leaving the villa, all the guys, they were giving their guys kisses, blah, blah, blah. It was so funny because Demi was just like standing around like, where's India at? Like, where's India at? Because he was just like, the girls are going out, like, what are we gonna do? And the funny thing is that as soon as they all left, and then the pans back into the villa, all the guys sitting around in a circle, and it's just like, you can just hear crickets chirping. Like, it was just so boring. Like, I just showed like all those guys are really just like lost without the girls that they're paired up with, like, really, because Demi was just like, what are we gonna do without them? And then I think Luca was just like, don't, like, he was just basically like, don't be a simp, because he was just basically like, stand up. He's like, stand up, because you know, he's like, don't be like that. And then the girls get actually sent off to Casa Amor. So now we're in Casa Amor. We're finally in Casa Amor. As I was saying, you know, in my previous video, Jux, it does not really like Paige 100%. Like, don't let him fool you now. He doesn't like Paige 100%. You obviously saw that earlier in the week. He was calling her pathetic. He was saying all these different things about her. He don't like her 100%. She likes him 100%. And it was kind of like messy when she was paired up with Jay, and, you know, Jay was just trying to shoot his shot. He basically did the same thing Danica did, you know, paired up with somebody who didn't really want you like that, and then he hit and miss. But then when Danica picks you, you're like, oh, what is she doing? But I'm just like, you basically did the same thing to Paige. You're basically grafting Paige so heavily that you had to pull her for each and every chat. And then she was basically stringing along, and then she just finally told you, like, that same, like, one of the other, not that same night, but the other night or whatever night, she was just like, yeah, I'm still going to be with Jocks. That's what she said. So I already said previously that Jocks don't like Paige 100%. Once Casa Amor comes, he's going to stray. And yeah, Casa Amor's here. He's going to stray. Like, letting you guys know right now, he's going to stray. Now, Paige, I don't know if she's going to stray, but we'll see, because the producers did the girls dirty. Like, they knew what they were doing, just giving us, you know, all the Casa guys. And then they gave us like a little 5-second clip of the Casa girls, and we're like, we don't even know who all of them are right now. Like, we don't even know who they are right now. Like, they knew they did them dirty because we saw the little clip of them walking into the villa, and we're just like, oh, wow. Like, because the guys, they're okay, but nah. And then, like, you know, India wasn't impressed. I don't even think Ekin was impressed. So yeah, so I think the only people who are really gonna be living it up in Casa Amor is Danica. So I'm gonna be very happy that Danica is still in the villa, so she can find herself, you know, whoever in Casa Amor, and that'll be good. I don't know if Paige gonna turn. I don't know if Tasha's gonna turn, because she just had that talk about proving the public wrong, you know, because she, you know, her and Andrew are basically a day one couple. They've been together since day one, And this is the second time they've been in the bottom. This is the first time as a couple they've been in the bottom as a couple, and then they've been in the bottom separately. So therefore, she is like, I feel like she might just stick with Andrew just because she wants to like let the public know, like, oh, I'm being real about liking Andrew, all that stuff. Because the reason why is because of what happened when she really wanted to get to know Charlie, and then she was upset when, I guess, Andrew made a comment to the guys, and then when the recoupling came about, they were shaking their heads because she was just like, oh, what happened? But, Andrew just seems like he's all in on Tasha, and then Tasha is just like, so therefore they're just like, that's why they had this like stuff like that. And especially with how she acted when Charlie came in the villa, it was just like, well, you're not that 100% into Andrew then. But yeah, Casa Amor, I just hope Dami and India are safe. I don't see India straying, and I don't even think Dami's gonna stray at all. That's like that's like a lot of faith right now, just putting into him right now, but I just don't see it with him going away from India. And then obviously from what India said before Casa started, I just don't see it. So I think they're going to be safe. And then Luca and Gemma, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they're going to stray. I mean, Luca, I don't know. Maybe he might stray. I don't know, but he just seems like really set on Gemma. Andrew, if the girls apply pressure, one of them girls apply pressure right to Andrew, maybe he might couple up with somebody else. And then, yeah, Jocks, I just feel like Jocks is straying. Like, he's just straying. Like, I said this already. I said, like, he's not going to stick with Paige. Like, it's very much a rocky relationship, but who knows? Who knows what might happen? But Casa Amor's here. I can't really see it. This is basically the week 4 recap review. Obviously, I missed a couple, basically little things that happened during the week. Obviously, we had the Demaya date, the recoupling that happened. So basically, that was it for the week. Casa's here. Like I said. Also, the producers took it literally when, I guess, they were talking about the light-skinned blockheads, because there's literally no light-skinned blockheads here. Like, there's some guys in Casa, but they don't fit the description, that we were known to see. So there's that. And then, yeah, they don't fit that description. But this is actually fun that the girls are going away to Casa. The last time the girls went away to Casa Amor was during season 5. I think since most of the guys, it's gonna take a lot of for the guys, some of the guys to stray, because the fact that you see them like so like lost without their girls, it's gonna take a lot of like those challenge games that makes people those challenge games that they do, when they race against Casa and the Villa, when they do those true for their games. Yeah, those games are gonna basically be the the catalyst to like what makes them stray, because in the beginning, like the first couple of days, I don't think there's gonna take a lot for the guys to be like, oh, talk to the girls like that, really. But after those like nighttime games where they do the true for dare games, or they be racing against the Villa during the day or whatever, and those like parties and stuff like that, that's when they're gonna probably, if somebody applied the right amount of pressure and they probably liked one of those people, that's when things are going to be like, oh, it's going to be messy. It's going to be very messy. And then I don't know if they're going to do any type of twist, if there's going to be a postcard situation or something like that. Something to basically cause the guys to be like, oh, look at what the girls are doing in Casa and stuff like that. Yeah, so therefore we don't know what the twists are gonna happen, because a lot of things might set one of these people off, and then they might be like, oh, because of this I did this. So yeah, but we're at Casa Amor, guys. This is episode 26. So yeah, anyway guys, if you like this video, like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, and concerns, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.